Welcome students. Today we are going to start with chapter 3, recording of transactions. In this chapter we are going to discuss on the steps of accounting process, identification of the transactions, preparing source documents and then recording it in the journal and then posting it to the ledger. Business transaction evidence means cash memo, bills, pay-in slips, etc. Now, these are called evidence documents, that is the source documents. If there is no evidence, then we have to prepare a voucher. This voucher is prepared by the company showing the approval of the company, and these vouchers are prepared in a chronological order. Chronological means date wise order. Now, what are accounting vouchers? There can be different kind of vouchers. First, cash vouchers, next debit vouchers, credit vouchers, journal, etc. All these type of vouchers are preserved for a particular period of time for the purpose of audit and tax. Audit means checking of the accounts. As accounts are computerized these days, we allot codes for debit and credit. All the transaction vouchers which have one debit and one credit, and there can be other type of vouchers also. They are: first, transaction voucher. In this case, we write voucher number first and then we write the date, then we write the debit account, that is the account which has to be debited, and then we write the amount in the credit account which has to be credited, and then we write the amount in figures and words. Then there are two signatures. First, the person who has authorized this voucher and the person who has prepared this voucher. Then there can be compound vouchers. Compound voucher means any voucher with multiple debit or credit, but with single credit or debit. To explain it, if there are two accounts in the debit and one in the credit, it will be called compound voucher, and if there is one debit and multiple credit, it is also called compound voucher. Then the next is complex voucher. Complex voucher mean where there are multiple debits and multiple credits, like 3 accounts in debit, 2 accounts in credit, or vice versa. In this case, they are known as complex vouchers. But please remember, narrations are a must in every transaction because they explain what has happened in that entry. What are the qualities of a good voucher? Different voucher should be of different colors, like yellow voucher for debit, blue voucher for credit, and so on. Anybody can choose any color. On these vouchers, we have to write name, date, serial number, and what are the accounts to be debited or credited, and then we have to write the amount in words and figures, and again the narrations must be there and signatures must be there of the person authorized and the person approving it. Let us see the next topic, which is accounting equation. This is a very important topic because it will explain all the accounts in one go. Now, this is also called statement of equality, which means debit will be equal to credit. Accounting equation is assets is equal to capital plus liabilities, which means whatever money we have invested, that is capital, and whatever money we have borrowed, that is liability, both when equated makes the asset of the business. So, this is also known as balance sheet equation. Assets are which the business owns and liabilities are which the business owes, that is business has to give it back. Assets are for the business. Let us see some examples of accounting equation. First, Mr. X started business with cash. Now, in this case assets, that is cash, will increase and on the liability side capital will increase. So, there is an increase in cash and increase in capital. So, both way they are equated. Yes, the second example, furniture purchased by check. In this case, one asset furniture will increase and another asset bank will decrease. So, any transaction will equate both the side. So, we see that in case of accounting equation, whatever is the entry, it will always equate the equation. Now, there are multiple effect entries in accounting equation also. Let us see those. Goods of 25,000 sold for 30,000. Now, this entry is going to affect 3 points. First, goods 25,000 will be subtracted, cash 30,000 will increase and we have earned a profit of 5,000 which will increase our capital. So, you see on the asset side 25,000 is minus, 30,000 is plus. So, the net effect is 5,000 plus and on the other side capital has also increased by 5,000. So, again the equation is telling. So, you see all the entries tally this equation, that is why this is called balance sheet equation, accounting equation. Now, let us understand another very important aspect of accounting, that is debit and credit. As you know, this double entry system was started by Lucas S. Pacioli, an Italian mathematician. So, he first used these words debit and credit. He said every transaction has two effects, one debit, one credit, and we make an account with shape T format. T format, on the left hand side we show the debit side, on the right hand side we show the credit side. So, left is debit, right is credit and the difference is the balance. It can be debit, it can be credit. If the debit side is more, the difference will be debit. If the credit side is more, the difference will be credit. Yes. Now, let us understand the rules of debit and credit. There are 5 rules. First, assets. If it increase, it will be debited. If it decrease, it will be credited. Liabilities, opposite. If it increase, it will be credit. If it decrease, it will be debit. Revenue, sales, increase when credit, decrease when debit. Expenses, increase debit, decrease credit. And capital, again increase credit and decrease debit. Now, how to remember all these things? Those things which have a debit balance will always increase when debit and will decrease when credit, very simple. Similarly, those things which have credit balance will always increase when credit and will decrease when debit, because the balance will increase on the same side and decrease on the opposite side. Okay. Now, let us check what you have understood in this accounting equation. we will discuss few entries. Point number 1, purchase goods on credit. Now, goods will increase and liability, that is creditor, will also increase. Next, rent paid by check. Now, we are paying check. So, bank will decrease and rent is an expense which will decrease our profit. Indirectly, it will decrease my capital. So, bank account decrease and capital account decrease. Fine. Next entry, deposited money in the bank. Cash will come down and bank will go up. One asset coming down, one asset going up. Equation again tallies. Next, purchased a car for personal use. Now, car is for personal use, not for the business. So, you are paying money from the business. So, cash will go down or the bank will go down, and here your capital is also decreasing because you are withdrawing the money for personal use. So, when you pay the money in business, your capital increase. When you withdraw it, it will decrease definitely. Next very important point is salary outstanding. Please see, you have not paid salary, but still you have to pay. So, it is an expense. So, expense will definitely reduce your capital. So, first effect is capital get reduced, but because we have not paid cash, so it is a liability. So, we have to pay it. So, our liability is increasing. So, both the effects are on the liability side. One liability increasing, salary outstanding, and one liability decreasing, that is capital, because it is an expense. Similarly, the next point, insurance prepaid. We have paid more insurance. Definitely cash is going out, but insurance prepaid means it is an asset for us. Next time we do not have to pay that much amount. So, one asset decreasing, that is cash, and one asset increasing, that is insurance prepaid, which will be other current assets, right. Goods costing 12,000 sold for 15,000. Now, goods are reduced by 12,000, cash is increased by 15,000. Now, 3,000 is profit, this will increase our capital by 3,000. Next, rent received 5,000. Now, we are receiving the rent, cash is increasing and rent received is my income. This will increase my capital. So, cash increase, capital increase, rent received. Next, cash withdrawn for personal use. Cash is coming down, and because I am using it for personal purpose, definitely my capital get reduced. So, cash minus, capital minus. Next, motorcycle for personal use. Now, again it is for personal use. Personal use means capital will come down, right, and money is being paid by the business. So, cash will also go down. See the next one, very important, paid 900 in full settlement of 1,000. So, you have to pay 1,000, but you are paying 900. So, you are earning a profit of how much? 100 rupees. So, now cash minus 900 and 1,000 will be deducted from the liability creditors, because ultimately your creditors get settled for 1,000, but they are getting 900. So, 100 rupees profit you are making. Profit means capital increase. Yes, capital plus 100, creditor minus 1,000 and cash minus 900. Similarly, the next one, received 2,800 in full settlement of 3,000. Now, you are receiving less. This is a loss. your capital get reduced by 200, but cash increased by 2800 and 3000 will be deducted from debtors. Yes, out of 3000 you are able to get only 2800. So, this results in a loss which reduce your capital by 200. Let us see the next one. Depreciation on plant 5000. Depreciation is an expense. Expense will reduce the capital 5000 and the value of plant also goes down by 5000, because depreciation means the value of plant has decreased by 5000. So, plant minus 5000, capital minus 5000. I hope it is clear. Let us check your knowledge whether you have understood or not. If capital is 50,000 and liabilities are 20,000, then assets are how much? Yes, 70,000, because capital plus liability is equal to assets. Next point. If assets are 14,000 and capital is 9,000, then liabilities are, yes, 5,000, because assets is equal to capital plus liabilities, right. If liabilities are 15,000 and assets are 22,000, then capital is, yes, 7,000, because assets is equal to liability plus capital. So, students, in this session we have discussed about types of vouchers, multiple vouchers, compound vouchers, etc., and what is debit, what is credit, and a very important point, accounting equation. In the next lecture, we are going to tell you about books of original entries, that is journal, ledger, etc. Till then, goodbye and thank you very much.